A case involving the counting of votes going before the Supreme Court. A change in the way America Christmas shops.
They've grown up with technology and shopping online. It's nothing exciting or new to them.
With Gen Z leading the way. And a Symphony of Lights here in South Florida.
Symphony and Lights is a free and open festival for the public.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Leanne Abutarbush.
I'm Paloma Pimentel. Today is Thursday, December 8th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
We begin this morning with breaking news. WNBA star Brittany Griner, who had been held captive in Russia, has been released. Griner has been held in Russia since February, when she was arrested for having a vape with cannabis oil at a Russian airport.
Just minutes ago, President Biden spoke at the White House about the release. Griner's wife was there and Vice President Harris. The release was part of a prisoner swap.
She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home. After months of being unjustly detained in Russia, held under intolerable circumstances. Brittany will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones, and she should have been there all along.
Griner was swapped for Victor Bout. He's a Russian arms dealer. Unfortunately, a second jailed American, Paul Whelan, was not part of the deal. A major elections case is in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. Republicans in North Carolina are suing after a redrawn election map was declared unconstitutional by a state judge. The Republicans are arguing the state legislatures should not be able to be checked by courts in issues involving state elections.
FBI announces $10,000 for leads on a 40-year-old South Florida cold case. Maribel Oquendo Carrero was last seen on December 6, 1982. She left her home in Homestead to go to the corner store. Maribel made it to the store but disappeared and was never seen or heard from. The FBI released an age progression image of what Maribel might look like today. She would be 49 years old.
The city of Lake Worth Beach, Florida underwent a large power outage and wasn't because of a storm or an overload. It was an iguana. According to the city, it happened at the 6th Avenue substation. The iguana swung its tail and hit the transformer hard enough to cause the power outage. Thankfully, no one was injured, except the iguana, who officials say died after the incident.
So far, holiday shopping is breaking records. In a CNN's Jen Sullivan reports, Gen Z shoppers have a lot to do with it.
What inflation? In what possible recession? The gloomy economic headlines apparently not worrying one group of excited shoppers this holiday season, Gen Z. That's young shoppers born between 1997 and 2012. And industry experts say they're leading the pack this 2022 holiday shopping season. According to mall operator Preet, which owns shopping centers primarily on the East Coast, Gen Z shoppers were out in force Thanksgiving weekend, a trend expected to continue.
They've grown up with technology and shopping online. It's nothing exciting or new to them.
The National Retail Federation says overall, more consumers are returning to malls and in-store shopping this holiday season, and Gen Z is having a high turnout.
There's much more optimism in spite of the challenges on inflation and price pressures. I think people are really ready to be out there.
The NRF estimates nearly 123 million people visited brick and mortar stores over the Black Friday and holiday weekend. That's up 17% from last year. And when it comes to clothing, industry experts say Gen Z is very picky about brands.
There definitely is a shift among the Gen Z generation regarding fast fashion. They recognize that it's not as good for the environment.
And that's great news for young entrepreneurs like Camila Romero,
Tiger Print,
whose clothing brand caters to a Gen Z customer base.
I'm happy to be a part of that mentality and that wave that's been happening in the fashion industry.
I'm Jen Sullivan.
Santa caught on camera flying without any reindeer.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
Symphony and Lights is a free and open festival for the public.
A chance to see a display with 250,000 Christmas lights here in South Florida. And it's absolutely free. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I help our fellows design their paths as creative entrepreneurs. My experiences serving startups, creative businesses, and cultural organizations, and my journey as a queer mixed immigrant with Haitian and Arabic roots, inform the co-creative environment we foster at Radcliffe. We leverage our collective diversity to encourage the building of lifelong personal learning networks and mindsets that stimulate continuous innovation.
A symphony in Lights Above Hallandale Beach's Gulfstream Park just in time for the holiday season.
There are still 3 weeks remaining to enjoy this event.
And as the network's Gabriela Perez reports, admission is free.
Gulfstream Park Village is getting ready for the holiday season as they present the annual Symphony and Lights event. Friends and family are invited to enjoy the seasonal light display, illuminating over 250,000 LED lights.
Symphony and Lights is a free and open festival for the public. It's that kind of event where everyone can feel like this is home. Already, just on opening night, we had 12,100 people here between 5 o'clock and 11 o'clock p.m. It's 1,000 more than we had last year.
Admission is free for guests, running nightly from November 12th through December 31st. Followed by a 10-minute light show every hour from 6 to 11 p.m.
The Symphony and Lights Festival offers an opportunity for the community of South Florida to come together to get into the holiday spirit.
We have been here for 2 years, coming every year. It's very exciting to be here. The light is awesome. The tree is so exciting. The music is so safe for the kids.
Surrounded by ornaments and Christmas music, people will be able to watch a snow show and take pictures by the new Christmas tree displayed in this year's event.
South Florida is able to experience Christmas activities while also shopping and dining. For more information about the festival, you can visit www.gulfstreampark.com. This is Gabriela Perez reporting for South Florida Media Network.
In the city of Los Angeles, Santa made a surprise appearance at the Los Angeles Children's Hospital to bring toys and smiles for the children. We can see Santa arriving in style on the side of an LAPD helicopter before landing on the rooftop and using a rope to get down the side of the building. This holiday celebration has been bringing joy and laughter for over 31 years to 25,000 families. The Luskin Orthopedic Institute is the largest facility on the West Coast, and its mission is to treat every child regardless of their financial situation.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Paloma Pimentel.
I'm Leanne Abu Tarbush. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.